Good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss inorganic polymers. A polymer whose backbone content essentially made up of carbon atom is termed as organic polymer. For example, polyethylene. In polyethylene, your backbone of polyethylene is made up of carbon atom. That's why it is known as organic polymer. While a polymer whose backbone chain does not contain carbon atom is simply known as inorganic polymer. For example, silicones and polyphosphazines. Now we are going to see that what is silicones. Silicones are defined as polymer consisting alternate silicon and oxygen atoms in which silicon atom are joined to your organic groups. They are polysiloxanes and normally referred as silicones due to their analogy with ketones. So, general formula of ketone is R2C double bond O, and that of your silicones is R2Si double bond O. So, just from your ketone formula, carbon is replaced with silicon atom, and we got silicones. They have following types of structure. So in this structure we clearly sees that there is a presence in this polymeric compound. The backbone is essentially made of alternate silicon and oxygen atom, and your silicon also possess alkyl groups on it. Now nomenclature. According to IUPAC, the full form of IUPAC is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. The compounds having general formula SiNH2 H2N plus 2 are named as silanes due to their analogy with alkanes. Substituted silanes are named with their parent silanes. Now just see SiH4, it is known as silane. Basically from your methane formula, carbon is replaced with your silicon. So in a if it is a CH4, then we call it as a methane, and if carbon is replaced with Si, then it is known as silane. And likewise that it is disilane, it is trisilane, it is dimethylsilane. Now just see the formula of silanol. In this formula we see that H3SiOH. If we replace silica with a carbon, then we got basically a formula of your methanol. So we simply say that this is the formula of methanol in which carbon atom is basically replaced by your silicon. It is known as silanediol. It is known as methyl trichlorosilane. In some polymers, the structural segment gets repeated again and again. In such a cases, various abbreviations are used as follow. Now, just see here, R3SiO, its designation is M. If we see here, there is only one oxygen attached with your silica. Now, difunctional unit, that is R2Si, Si is joined with two oxygen, so it is known as difunctional unit and designated as D. If Si is joined with three oxygen, then it is known as trifunctional unit and designated with your T. If Si is joined with four oxygen, then it is known as quadrifunctional unit and it is designated as a Q. Hence the dimer methyl by thrice SiO methyl by thrice is termed as MM, because this unit is repeated two times in this compound. If this monofunctional unit repeated three times, then it is known as MMM. Preparation of silicones. Synthesis of straight chain and cross-linked silicones involve following step. In first step, silica is reduced with the help of your carbon and silicon atom is obtained. This silicon is then reacted with your chlorine to get tetrachlorosilicon. This tetrachlorosilicon is then basically reacted with your Grignard reagent to get monoalkyl, dialkyl and trialkyl product. So just see in this reaction, your tetrachlorosilicon is reacted with one molecule of your Grignard reagent. In this reaction, one chlorine atom is replaces with your alkyl group. In the next step, this compound is reacted with again one molecule of Grignard reagent. So one chlorine is replaces by your alkyl group and you got this compound. In third step, this compound is reacted again with your Grignard reagent. So chlorine get replaces and you got this compound, and this type of reaction is again repeated. So this compound is reacted again with Grignard reagent, chlorine get replaces and alkyl group comes. Now the partially alkylated compounds are hydrolyzed to give dialkyl selenol and monoalkyl selenol. So just see here, your this compound is then reacted with a water. So there is a 2 molecule of chlorine. So this basically in this reaction, this 2 chlorine atom get replaces by your hydroxyl group. So just see here, 2 chlorine atom get replaces with your hydroxyl group and 2 HCl goes out. If I take this compound, that is RSiCl, so here are 3 chlorine atom is present, so all these 3 chlorine atom get then replaces by your hydroxyl group in the reaction. Now this dialkyl selenol under dialkyl selenol and trialkyl silicon undergoes polymerization, and we got different types of polymer. Your dialkyl selenol undergoes polymerization to give you straight chain polymer or linear polymer. Student should know that dialkyl selenol basically give you a straight chain silicones. So see here in this reaction, when dialkyl selenol units are reacted, so basically water molecule gets out. It is the condensation polymerization process which are going to get, and we got a linear structure of a polymer. So in this structure, if we closely see, the backbone of your compound is made up of alternate silicon and oxygen atom. So it is the linear structure. Now trialkyl selenols also undergo polymerization to give cross-link silicones. Now just see it, this is the unit of your trialkyl selenol. So in this reaction, from one unit of your trialkyl selenol, there 2 molecule of water can goes out because it can reacted with your, sorry, just see this unit. In this unit we see clear cut see that from your trialkyl selenol, it have a 3 hydroxy group, so it can reacted with other 3 trialkyl selenol atoms. So one molecule of trialkyl selenol basically going to be reacted with other trialkyl selenol atoms, and 3 water molecule goes out in your reaction. So if we see the structure of this compound, it is not a linear structure, it is the cross-link structure, because the backbone of your compound, it is not present in a linear fashion, and it is also made up of alternate silicon and oxygen atom. So this is the structure of your cross-link silicones. Control polymerization of dialkyl selenol gives cyclic and ring structure like this. It is known as tris cyclodimethyl siloxane, and it is known as tetrakis cyclodimethyl siloxane. Properties of silicones. Basically your silicones are non-sticky in nature. The polymer has strong inorganic SiO framework surrounded by the hydrophobic alkyl group. Due to the outer cover of alkyl group, it is water repellent. Chemical stability. The SiO bond has 51% of ionic character and 49% of covalent character, and it is a non-reactive towards weak acid, alkalis and water. Only strong acid and bases can attack silicones. Thermal stability, the Si bond is highly stable with a bond energy 106 kilocalorie mole inverse. This makes the compound highly stable. It can be heated to 200 degrees centigrade without appreciable change in the property. Its glass transition temperature is also low and it remains flexible over wide temperature range. Oxidation stability. Silicones are resistant to oxidation under a normal condition. They resist oxidation up to high temperature, but at about 350 degrees centigrade they undergo oxidation resulting in cross-link product. In a next class we are going to see silicones product and other things. Thank you very much.